Hey guys, what's going on? I think we're live. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream session. And in today's session, I thought I'd take the F-18 out for a spin. Been a while. It's been a long time since I've used this guy. And I don't know, I just felt like picking it up for a change. Even if it's capable of far less per flight compared to even like the likes of the Apache. So let's see how today goes. The goal here is to carry out a mission and then return to the boat, and then carry out another mission and then return to the boat. The whole idea here is that you want to complete missions and then trap back at the carrier before you rearm refuel. Because nothing's more satisfying than a successful trap after finishing an objective. But for us today, as you can see, we've got ×4 GB38s, ×2 AGM-88 harms, and a fuel tank and targeting pod. Basically, we're going to try to take out Min Vody so that it can be captured. So that's the objective for this first mission. Who knows how it's going to go? We're probably going to get blasted out the sky. In which case, it's just a faster RTB. So let's go ahead and do it. We're already started up. I've already got the coordinates entered. We're being routed to waypoint 7 in this case. And should, I mean, it's going to be a long flight there, but it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, let's, ground crew, wheel chocks, remove.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Alrighty. Now, let's get taxing. Nose wheel steer gain high. And we'll go to Cat 1. Hopefully there's no issues with this. Okay, good. I've been having problems with the catapult not letting me get directions to it. There we go. Launch bar down. Wings out. Being perceived forward, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Be fast enough. Yep, there it is. Throttle down. Raise cat. Flaps to half. No deedles. Radar is on standby. Waypoint is set. Lights need to come off. They should have been off already. RWR is pretty low because I don't feel like hearing that going off constantly. Okay, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and throttle up. Go to mill. Roughly there.
Konskaya, Uzi, 9-2,
Oh.
inbound.
Okay. We're turning that down. And let's salute. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to align my HMD. But we could do that in flight. Clearing turn. Flaps up. And let's go a little bit harder on the afterburners. Not full burn. But still something that's noteworthy. And we'll continue with a 10-degree climb all the way out to 30,000 feet where we'll drop our tanks. Autopilot. Coupled mode. Take us to our waypoint, because I love being lazy. Alrighty. Lights are off. Fenced in. Mostly. Clear on. Let that do its thing. Okay, so while this is taking us to where we need to go... Oh, in fact... Let's turn on our data link with... Where is sensor? There it is. RWR enabled. Scale 80 at least. Oh, we go 60? I'm getting no returns on this RWR as far as enemies. That's a little strange, but maybe that's because we're so far out. So I'll leave that at 160 for now. And what I'm targeting is roughly 0.85 Mach, so we're pretty close to that. I'll just slow down a tiny bit. Actually, let's speed that up. Probably around there. Okay. Alright, HMD. Oh, actually, before I forget... Oh, it is set to the HUD. Okay, good. Okay. HMD, align. Now, the alignment process of HMDs or iHads or whatever is some of the most difficult things to do with a controller. I imagine that doesn't change much with a... there we go. With a proper head tracking solution. Okay. All aligned. Go a touch slower. Select our J82s, otherwise known as GB12s, or GB12s, GB38s. Okay, we're now starting to get targets on the data link. So they are pretty far out. Hey Jimmy, how's it going? Good stuff. I'm planning on trying the ropes at DCS with the controller also. Elite Dangerous got me to buy a PC and I had to get DCS as well. Yeah, absolutely, man. Go for it. And if you need some help with some guides, feel free to check out my channel. They should get you started on the right path. In fact, I think if there is a description in this video, it should have a link to all my guides and layouts. It should be an Imager album link in the description, if it's there. I don't actually know how live broadcasts work in that sense. Oh, we're already at 30,000, so let's go ahead and barometric hold. Oh, we have to dip our nose ourselves. Go half a G down. And right about there. Now let's... Oh, it's already holding it. Perfect. Alrighty, and we are on our way to our objective. What controllers that you're using? This is a FlyDigi Vader 3 Pro. Some notable characteristics of this over just like a standard Xbox controller, because it's a Xbox like shell, but some very nice things about this is it has two extra buttons. I was about to call them something else, but they're literally just two extra buttons here on the front. C as in Charlie, Z as in Zulu. And then on the back, there's 4 additional buttons back here. And also, if you're into like first-person shooters and stuff, there's also trigger stops here to make the trigger pulls act like a mouse click. And on top of that, there is also, if I hold this button here, because this is what I have programmed to, if I hold that down, there's also a gyro. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a FlyDigi Vader 3. Oh, and also probably the best thing to mention is these thumbsticks are Hall effect thumbsticks, meaning they use magnetic sensors instead of potentiometers. So you will not suffer stick drift, at least based on the wear and tear of a potentiometer. It would be based on the wear and tear of the spring, which should last longer than a potentiometer. Well, that's cool. Alright, well, we are well on our way. We're still feet wet, but going to feet dry. I'm pretty sure that's Tuapse. Wait. Is that Tuapse? That's Novo. Or, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Novo. Now, I am all turned around. Where am I? Zooming out. Yeah. So, oh, sorry, no. I was looking at this port. I might have been looking at Galensk. Yeah, that's probably Galensk. Then Tuapse is almost off our nose. Like somewhere right here? Oh, it's right off our nose. It's like right there. And we actually might need to be careful about that. Luckily, I don't see any radar spikes. I mean, there's a 15 there. But that's off to the right, not to the left, so we should be safe. Still watching all your videos on the tutorials? Yeah, for sure, man. Take your time. It's, you won't get it in a day, that's for sure. I'll see your from with the mapping of controllers. Yep. Heck yeah, man. It is a fantastic controller. It's, it is a little bit on the expensive side. It's nearly double the price of a normal Xbox Series controller, so instead of being $54, it's about $80. But it's well worth the expense, with all these awesome features that you get with it. At least in my opinion. Yeah, let's switch over to true heading. Oops. True. I thought there was a way to switch to true heading. Maybe it's mode. True up? Is that it? True up, north up? Oh, no. I don't want north up because that throw me off. Maybe I'm already in true mode. Am I thinking of the Harrier? I might be thinking of the Harrier. Slew, declutter, map, north up. Pretty sure that's true heading up, so I'll just leave it the way it is. For whatever reason, I didn't think it did that by default. Yeah, I might be thinking of the Harrier. Anyways, we will continue on. Making sure everything is set the way it needs to be, like this RWR. It'll be a little louder, not too much louder. And we got this sweet skin by default. Apparently it's for members or something? I can't remember. Like, there's something special about this skin. I forgot why it looks so different from the default ones that most people have access to on this particular server. This is a pretty sweet looking one. Hey, Yolkion. Are you making any controller mappings for other aircraft currently? As far as layouts, I think my next one is probably... it's probably going to be the MI8, because I recently picked that up and am currently trying to figure out how to use it. Luckily, it's not that complicated, so it shouldn't take long to come up with a layout for the MI8, but that is my next target aircraft. After that, it's probably going to be, I don't know, the Kiowa maybe? Whatever, like, big release is next is probably going to be after that. I don't know what's coming up next. I know the Strike Eagle just came out. And technically, I mean, who knows, honestly, when the Kiowa is going to come out. Who knows when the, I don't know, the Hercules, I think that's also in the pipeline, but there hasn't been much mention of that either. So it's whatever's next. I really don't know. Sounds like it's worth it. I'm actually a PS5 guy, so hopefully they're... Yeah, I mean, if you're used to a PS5 controller, you probably won't like the Xbox controller style too much. I can't think of another controller that has this many features in such a relatively cheap package, because normally that kind of stuff runs you like over $100, and this is sub 100. So you might be hard-pressed to find something. Does Xbox Elite Series 2 controllers work? Yes, they do. They do, but they are not as feature-rich as something like this. So if you already have an Elite 2, yeah, you can definitely get it to work. Just make sure to set up your profiles so you do not have hair triggers on the analog triggers. That way you get the full range of motion for rotor control. That's one thing I would recommend doing, is making sure you don't have a first-person shooter profile enabled, because that will ruin the analog triggerness of your triggers. Alright, so looks like we have a few things to worry about already. I'm going to switch to air-to-air mode. and see where these guys are at. So they're pretty far out still. There was someone right here, but I don't think I have to worry about them anymore. Luckily, there is plenty of blue aircraft in the air right now. So hopefully these guys won't be a problem for us, but if they are, we'll... I mean, we don't have much to use. We have literally one AIM-120, so it's not our job. Not our job to do air-to-air stuff in this current mission. But if we need to, we can. Hey, Neely, how's it going? Because I can't get the joysticks to work? Well, if you can't get the joysticks to work, it's probably because you're looking in the wrong section for binding. So make sure you're going to the Axis Command section. So if you go to Adjust Controls, and then go to this category selector here, and then go to Axis Commands, this is where you set up left and right joystick, as well as triggers. Basically any analog control. Got a 29 radar spike off our nose. Looks like it's this guy at 30,000. Why is this becoming our problem? Shouldn't be, but it might be. We'll keep an eye on that guy while we're continuing on out. That's going to be an issue. Let's see, because... oh yeah, you are right, Yokion. I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. I hope you don't mind, I'm probably just going to call you Yolk. The F4 seems like the next race. Yes, you are right. That is on the horizon. At least it should be. I haven't seen too much lately. I think there was some screenshots released relatively recently of the F4's progress, but I don't know how soon that thing is going to be coming. I guess it's up to Heapler and when they're happy with its state. Krumel, on what server am I playing? I am currently on Georgia at War. It was a... I mean, I left the server name out of the title because it was going to be a toss-up between Georgia at War and the Foria servers. Just because they're so easy to just hop on and play and get stuff done, that those are my usual go-tos. Still 142 miles out, jeez. Oh, let's go ahead and jettison.
46. Marking mops 19 and 441. Angels 1.5. Holding hands with 676. Low state 10.1.
Let's go ahead and change this guy to something else. Change this guy to I think it's 1295. Yeah, we'll set it to that for now. Doing good, bud. Still trying to figure out the F-18 and the controller. Nice, man. Good to hear. Yeah, the F-18 can be... Oh, why is this guy still alive? What is he doing? What are my friendly aircraft doing? Got this guy in the merge with this target. And we have at least 2 other cap aircraft between us and these 2 guys. So these 2 guys should be 2 cap aircraft. I think this guy's a AV-8. Hence the different symbology. But I think these are 2 different cap aircraft, including this guy. Actually, is that what that symbology means? I'm not even sure. The semicircle that's underside could be an attack aircraft, while the full circles are cap aircraft. Either way, someone needs to do something about this guy, because I don't want to do it. It's going to throw off my symmetrical, well, mostly symmetrical aerodynamics, and I'm going to have to trim. It'll be a pain in the butt. Speaking of which, let me get this ready to go, so that I don't have to worry about losing track files. Data... oh, that's already at 16. Okay. Leave it at that. Not my real name. The guy in the picture is named Deji. And with the snap hats filter, he's got... I got it. Okay, got it. Gotcha. But I will still call you Yolk, since that is your display name. I wouldn't know what to call you otherwise. And I wouldn't remember anyways, unless I see it. Oh my god, that is so many bad guys. I'm tempted to flow north and then direct east to the target area. That might be the smarter way to go.
Overlord 1-1. Cole.
Yeah, let's flow north.
Bogey dope.
So let's go autopilot. Heading select, because that should be set to north. Yes, it is. We'll change our heading going north, and then we'll switch east once our target area is at our 090, which would be relatively soon. It's not too far off. Just to avoid these fighters. Probably nothing for us to worry about. So how y'all doing this fine Sunday? Sure, it's evening for some of y'all. My Sunday is just getting started. We're actually thinking about visiting a local shelter, like animal shelter, to potentially get another dog. We'll see how that one goes, though. Alright, we are now flowing north. We're going to wait for this target area to approach the easternmost direction. Then once it does, we'll switch back to coupled mode and have it take us to the target area. Currently it's 077. We'll wait for that to be like 085 or so. 082. Something like that. However long it might take for us to turn around using the autopilot. That's what's so nice about the Hornet and also other modern aircraft is the autopilot systems are just so convenient. You practically don't have to fly the aircraft at all. Like you just literally set the controller down and just be good to go. Of course I needed to like look around, but still kind of nice. In fact, let me get a little... Oh, that is not very immersive. What are you holding on to? There we go. Holding on to hopes and dreams without that stick there. Okay, we're gonna wait till... we'll wait till 85. Because it looks like it's moving fairly slowly. Looks like a 29 radar spike, but that could very well be on someone else and not me, so that's fine. Hey, ROTJ. You can learn how you fly with the gamepad as I don't have the cash. Yeah, for sure, man. Stick around. Hopefully I'll be able to give it a good look at. I'll try to talk through the process. I mean, to be fair, I'm not planning on dogfighting today because we are not outfitted for that. We're doing air-to-ground stuff, so we're doing seed and then air-to-ground, with a single AIM-120 and a couple AIM-9Xs for self-defense mostly. But yeah, I can talk through the process and show you what it's like. If you have any questions, let me know. But I should be able to show that it's fairly viable to use. Oh, and we're at 86. A little late. That's fine. And if you notice, my hands are pretty much never going to leave this controller. Everything I'm doing is basically just on this gamepad. Looking around, toggling between views, zooming in and out of the map. Everything I have mostly set up on this controller. Haven't played much DCS. Those warning tones are concerning me. Yeah, they can be. Luckily, I have a pretty good picture of what the data link is like out in the field there. Here, if you notice, that 29 radar spike was coming from this azimuth, which means these guys are at least about 80 miles away. So even though they are radar spiking me, they really weren't going to be a factor anyways, so it's not a problem. It should be okay. Plus we have a bunch of friendly cap in the area as well, so hopefully we'll be able to hit our target before any enemy fighters can reach us. Hey, look at that. That is pretty much spot on. 89 degrees. Heading 8089. Not bad. 090, look at that! Wow, that was actually perfect. So like right here, we can see this is a 29 radar spike, and it's on this azimuth, which means it's one of these two guys. I'm pretty sure it's the left guy, and they're at roughly 80 miles. Since the full scale is 160, half of that is 180, which means these guys are between like 70 and 80 or something like that. So fairly far away. I'll probably start being concerned soon if they don't get dealt with. But in which case, I'd much rather run than fight. But I'll be ready, in case. Nemo, how's it going, man? Oh, thank you for the $5. Dude, you are a legend. That is $30 so far? $35, something like that, just from you alone? That is nuts, man. Thank you so much. Flyby. Hey, got started on DCS through one of your earlier tutorials. Ended up trialing pretty much all of the modern day fighter jets, adapting and changing the control scheme for the other full... Yeah, nice, man. Good to hear. My layouts are here to get you started, not necessarily where you'll end up with. So I'm glad you were able to customize them to your own liking. Also, we are currently 88 miles away. Looks like that enemy fighter was dealt with, but it looks like they may have traded with our friendly in the area. So that is cause for concern. This guy, 0.9. He's at 25,000, 0.9 Mach. Pretty sure that means Mach. He's fine. Wait. 0.9. Maybe that's my... Is that the closure rate, or is that the total airspeed they're flying? The 0.9 is pretty fast, which would indicate to me they're a fighter, but that's pretty freaking fast if they're just kind of flying on route somewhere, so they might be engaging someone. But luckily, they're pretty far off to the right, and I probably don't have to worry about it. They're like somewhere over there. Only the Harrier was not fun to try. Aw, that sucks to hear. The Harrier is one of my favorite aircraft, but it's understandable. Hey, C98, how's it going, man? Left number is their Mach, right is their altitude. Okay, so it's their actual speed, not our closure rate. Gotcha. So that's pretty fast then. So that's probably not an attack aircraft. That's probably a fighter. Oh, what is this? Oh my god, that's more like a... Actually, that's more like a helicopter. 0.3 Mach? What's the altitude? 6? Yeah, it's probably a helicopter. Or a really low-flying attack aircraft, low and slow. 0.8, that's pretty fast. 24, 32. Wow. Luckily, they are well past our target, so hopefully that isn't going to be an issue. And they're pretty far off to the side as well. And why is this 20 degrees? There we go. Okay, we are currently 69 every time miles away. So let's see if we can start getting visual ID on this airfield. Clear. Neilio, thank you so much for the $5 donation, man. Appreciate all the help the other day, buddy. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm glad I was able to help you get sorted. That's all that matters to me, but thank you so much. I will take those $5 and buy a coffee with it. Speaking of which, got one right here. So thank you very much for this brown substance. Let's switch this over to target of opportunity mode. Target of opportunity mode. E-fuse is instant. JDAM, release type, man. Switch over to the harm. Hit it again. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. Switch that to TOO mode. And now we will weapon designate that target area. That should be okay. We can see that a SD, I forget what that stands for. It's like, it's a search radar. Not necessarily the one that we want to deal with, but at the very least, we should be able to see what's out there by now. Okay, so we can see the airfield. We can't actually see anything yet because we're not close enough. Because while ED extended the range that we can see terrain, we can't necessarily see targets in that terrain until we're probably like 50 nautical miles or something. Started flying the UH-60L Blackhawk on gamepad today. Nice, man! What do you think of it so far? I played with that probably once, and it was only just to test the air-to-air refueling in a helicopter because that sounded pretty cool. Bless you. And I thought it was fun, but that was like the only time I ever tried it. So let me know what you thought of it. I would be curious if I want to give it another shot on a server like Grey Flag, because it can actually do stuff there. Let's set this to 80 so we can keep track of enemy fighters in this airspace. If they start breaching this ring, we know we might have to start dealing with them. And supposedly there is some ground forces before we reach the airfield, but this cloud layer might be obstructing them. That's fine. Although it's a little concerning that we can't see anything here yet. I'm tempted to lob off the harm at... Oh, there we go. Things are popping in now. At 43 miles. Yep, there is one definite target we want to hit. And if I remember correctly, these guys are the track radars for the SAM system that's out there. Then this is a launcher, track radar slash launcher, track radar slash launcher. That is the search radar, which we want to hit as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and launch that off. We'll keep the other one on us. Well, I'll go towards that search radar. That should give us more time once that impacts. Then we will switch to this. JDAM display, mission. And we'll set up two sets of targets. One will be this guy. That's one. Then let's step. That's two. We'll step. And then go to TOO2. Three. Step. And TOO2. That looks like a target, so we'll hit that. And 4. Step. Okay, station 8, TO1. Station 2, TO1. And then back to 8. Okay, cool. TOs are now set. Search radar should go down in any second now. Oh, apparently it was behind some trees, so hopefully that's not an issue. Oh, no, it's not. It's right there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Continue flying in as if we don't care. There, ooh, those could be an issue. So let's step on the gas. We already dropped our tank, so let's go ahead and do that. And of course, let's go ahead and switch to that. That is not working. Let's go ahead and not tempt fate, and we will simply dive to the ground. So strategy here is going to be to terrain mask. EDM display. Let's make sure these guys are still set. They should be. Yes, they are. Ooh, that is scary. We will not simply dive, we will turn away. And then pull back up.
Altitude.
Because they are no longer smoking in the air. which means they no longer have propulsion. So they should not be able to chase me as I fly back up. Yep, 1 exploded, 2 exploded, we're good. Although I think we cut it really close to some ground forces that are right below us. So let's turn this way. Go back to stores. Arm. We'll get eyes on the target area. Okay, we were able to knock out the search radar, so that's good. We have enemy forces nearby us, but I'm going to use this opportunity to hand off and launch that. So let's come back down. That should knock out one of the track radars. But we have to turn back because we don't want to get stomped on by these enemy fighters. Once again, our objective is air to ground, not air to air. So if you can run away, we will run away.
Altitude.
Because those guys are really close. Alright, we're at mill power, just casually flying away. Did I drop a bomb? I dropped a bomb. That explains why I have asymmetric lift. Okay, so we have 3 JDAMs left. Let's knock this down to scale of 40. Yep, he is within 20 miles, whoever that guy is. Luckily, we have a friendly F-16 over in this direction somewhere. Yep, there he is. Hopefully, he can take care of those fighters. Got one at 21, one at 30, one at 30. Yep. I'm not going to deal with you guys. And let's see if we can get some altitude back just in case. Alrighty, so while we turn away, formation flying and by extension air-to-air refueling is difficult because I don't have a sense for the throttle if I take my eyes off the... Yep, fair enough. It's 49 miles for enemies and stuff. It was fun and awesome, and I started using on Pretense Dynamic campaign. Also Hercules. Oh, nice, man. Because Hercules is great for logistics, just like any helo in those kinds of campaigns, right? Can you fly the C-130 in DCS? Yes, you can, but it is a mod. It's a great mod, from what I understand. I haven't actually used it yet, but people speak very highly of it. Alrighty. Oh man, there's a... So I'm looking at Web GCI. That's available for the Georgia War campaign. So if you go to @war.online/, in fact, let me just copy and paste it. If you want to see what the mission is like currently, you can actually go to that link, and that will show you what the current conditions are on the battlefield. You can see where enemy fighters are at, enemy aircraft are at, objectives on the ground, things like that. And it'll give you a nice little idea of what it's like out there on the battlefield. We are getting low on fuel, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to divert to a C-130 and do some air-to-air refueling, while our friendly Cap goes off and deals with these enemy fighters, because we need to come back for that. There's no way we're going to be able to deal with 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy fighters with just one 120. And a couple AIM-9s. And yes, it is. It is PvE. Let's go ahead and get... I can never remember the TACAN for these guys. MPRS, ARCO, MPRS, 130 AM 13 X-ray. So 13 X-ray, 130. Go 130. TACAN. I think I said 13 X-ray. Yep, there it is. 43 miles, not too bad. Then tanker, Arco, intent to refuel.
1-1, Colt, 1-1, request rejoin. Colt 1-1, Arco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at
18,000, not too bad. So let's go back to our normal pages for now. Alright, cool. So we are in the clear. Let's go to that tanker. We'll refuel, and then we'll head back out to the target area. Plus, I figure you guys might want to see some air-to-air refueling as well on this thing. That's always fun. Your friendly cap seemed to be one guy, not sure where everybody else went. Yeah, no kidding. I think they all just crashed and burned. Yeah, I think we have like a singular F-16 tangling with 2 frogfoots, 2 flankers, and 2 fish beds. My god. That dude's a champ. Or suicidal, one of two. So let's go ahead and start routing to that tanker. Oh, it's off to the right, apparently. By that point, I'm pretty sure it's going to be turning around soon, so I'm not going to turn all the way to face it. But I will probably level out about halfway between it and the spawn area. So somewhere around here should be good enough. Because we're currently at 2.6 and going down on fuel. So we definitely want to refuel before we continue any sort of mission. I could land and rearm refuel on everything, but I don't know. I want to stay in the air. Seems more fun that way. We're about to hop onto Hoggett, trialing the F-14. Yeah, go for it, man. I mean, unless it's full, because the server tends to fill up pretty quickly. Okay, we're now at 30,000 feet. Yes, I know, I know. Step on the gas just a little bit. Nice. Glad to have you aboard. Okay, you know what? This guy is not turning around nearly as soon as I thought he would be, so I'm going to turn a bit more in his direction. I wonder if I could land at a FARP. I mean, I'd have to figure out how to get onto the FARP in order to rearm refuel, but if I landed near it, assuming there's a road nearby, I could theoretically rearm and refuel from it. Hey, Tepnox, how's it going? Yep, that is the plan. Right, so far we've launched off 2 AGM-88s, knocked out at least 1 search radar, and we accidentally dropped a GB-38, which I don't believe did any damage, so that sucks. But still, we have 3 more GB-38s, 1 AIM-120, 2 AIM-9Xs, and a targeting pod that we can do damage with still. And right now, what we're doing is trying to fly off to this tanker and do some air-to-air refueling before we go back for the mission. And in the process of flying to him, we are getting pretty low on fuel, but that's fine, I think. As long as we maintain between 6 and 7 Mach at 30,000 feet, we should have plenty of fuel. Let's just barometric hold here. Oh my god. These 2 side-by-side aircraft, I'm pretty sure those are the 2 fish bed I saw earlier. And while we're en route to the tanker, I'll show you guys how I fly an intercept course with the tanker. So if you're ever in a pinch like me where you need that fuel and, you know, for whatever reason want to air-to-air refuel instead of just landing and rearming and refueling, I'll show you guys how to intercept it for the best chance at refueling in time. You've got Harrier brain? Yeah, for sure. Landing back out of FARP, being able to return to the AO while in the AO already. It's always nice to be able to do. Again, I would like to ask if you think there are any limitations or drawbacks of using a controller. Yeah, absolutely. There's always going to be limitations, but there is actually some limitations on the flip side as well. So if you think about it, if all you're doing is comparing a controller to a HOTAS, to most HOTAS, what do you actually have to work with? A HOTAS gives you a lot of buttons, well, depending on the HOTAS, a decent amount of buttons, but so does a controller. And if you make use of at least 2 modifiers, you can get everything you really need bound onto a simple gamepad. When it comes to actions and assignments, you're not really sacrificing too much because on top of being able to bind enough stuff to the controller, you can also map cursor control to the right stick, which enables you to click around the cockpit using the controller alone. That is something that most HOTAS can't do, because you need... not every remapping software supports that kind of remapping on less common devices. Gamepads are supported by a lot of remapping software, and very common ones like Steam, because these controller devices are fairly common. Unlike HOTAS, which they have to account for every like uniquely made HOTAS and try to find a way to translate its controls into something that can be remapped. That's one thing in favor of gamepads. In favor of HOTAS, you obviously have much more forgiving control surface controllability, because you have a longer throw on a stick, so you don't have like, I don't know, like half an inch tall thumbstick to control your aircraft for things like air-to-air refueling. Instead, you have like 6-inch, at least a 6-inch long flight stick. So it gives you a lot more room to work with, resolution to work with when you want to air-to-air refuel, for example. So there's a lot more forgiveness, but it's not necessarily a huge drawback, as you'll see in a minute. Alrighty, so in order to fly an intercept course, so what I'm doing, because I know the tanker is flying back towards me now, so I need to put fly towards its left, so it's coming from right to left. So here, if you notice, we have its TACAN station currently being tuned to by setting it up on TACAN 13 X-ray, so we have 13 X-ray, and it's set to transmit receive because air-to-air is currently bugged, so we don't use that. And it gives us heading and distance information. Our goal, in order to fly an intercept course, is to make it so that this number on the left, this heading number, does not move. So if it's counting down, like you saw there from 18 to 17, that means we need to turn more to the left. So if you keep turning more to the left, eventually that 17, it could turn to 16, which means we have to keep flying more to the left. But at some point, that number is going to stop decreasing. And when it stops decreasing, that's how you know, oh, and it just went up. So we flew too far to the left. We have to fly a little more to the right, because it went from 16 back up to 17. But as long as that number is mostly not moving, that's how you know you're flying an intercept course, because its heading, the tanker's heading relative to you, is not changing, therefore you are flying towards it. See right there, it just went from 17 to 18, so we have to turn to the right a little bit, a couple degrees, and then we'll level out. And now it should more or less stay on 18. It's not an exact science, because obviously your airspeed versus the tanker airspeed, altitude, things like that can affect the heading information, but as long as this number is not increasing or decreasing, you should be flying an intercept course. And sure enough, there she is. So let's go ahead and go master arm off. We will silence the radar, turn on our lights, throttle down, and fly down to it. One thing I don't have bound is showing the pilot body, because I never do that. It's mostly there for you guys, so I had to reach over and press the key combination on the keyboard. Although I could actually bind it now that I think about it, because I have this extra button here, which I use primarily for you guys. Like if I want to show you external views, F10 map, things like that. Everything can be done from the keyboard using the extra button. And there she is. Nice and easy. Can't remember what airspeed it was flying at, but we'll just adjust as we see it. Probe's coming out. We appear to be trimmed relatively well.
Fuel low.
Yes, I know.
No.
I know. Stop it. I will get back to chat once I'm done air-to-air refueling and on my way to the objective area again, because it looks like it's fairly clear. Hopefully it stays that way. Okay, we're coming up on the left side of the tanker. And should be close enough.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return pre-contact. Okay, maybe we're not close enough. Maybe we have to be higher.
Ready, pre-contact.
There we go. Alright, time to air-to-air refuel. And keep in mind, whatever speed I'm trimmed at, if I ever speed up or slow down, I have to retrim. So what I trim for is the same speed as the tanker, and then leave it there. Because that'll be the most stable I can be. Oh, gotta slow it down a little bit. A little too fast. And plugged in. There we go. Nice and easy. Notice we're drifting to the right a little bit, so I'm going to trim roll right by one click. One more, and we should be good. One less. There we go. And we'll keep an eye on the tanker. Because why not? I'm always playing with the throttle, as I notice we are either falling behind the tanker or gaining on it. So right now we're falling behind just a tiny bit, so I'm gonna throttle up for a second, and then throttle back down as I speed up, just to keep us in that nice little zone of more or less staying the same speed as the tanker. It's never going to be exact, just because it's kind of the nature of on-off buttons. You could get lucky and find that exact throttle position that'll give you exactly what you want, but even with a HOTAS, you're always going to be playing with the throttle, you're always going to be playing with a stick. You're never going to be exactly perfect and then totally hands-off. That's never going to be the case anyways. So that won't change with a HOTAS. And tiny movements is where it's at. Small, tiny movements is where we want to be. Simple, quick, small presses of the throttle. Just one at a time, very quick, almost like mouse clicks of the throttle is what we want to do. It's our fuel state. We're at 7.8, 7.9. We're now at 8.2. Doing pretty good. We could stop now, but let's just get a full load of fuel, just
Transporting security forces to the target location.
to have it. Someone sent security forces to our target area, even though there's just way too much out there still. Luckily, we have an A-10 that's currently doing work out there, but there's also an enemy frogfoot flying near them. That may not be a very wise decision to send forces out there already. But that's okay. You can only send more. We're at 10.3. We're gaining on tanker a little bit, but we are filled up. There it is. So let's go ahead and drop back, clear our right, move over to the right side. While doing that, let's go ahead and close our fuel door. Put away our probe. And thank the tanker for the fuel. Let's head out of here. Master arm on. Lights off. Radar unsilenced. And let's go back to the target area. Just off in that direction somewhere. Alrighty, cool. Alright, so once I get back pointed towards the target area, I'll catch up with comments. We are at mill power. Alright, and now I could go hands off. Okay, that's such a nice thing about more modern aircraft is you could just go hands off and let it do its thing. Alright, how are you all doing? That's it. What's the radar mode we should use? RWS or TWS? It depends on the need, but usually it's TWS. RWS will, in theory, gives you longer range for detection and tracking. But more than likely you're going to be using track while scan, TWS, in order to engage targets. I'm also currently on the server. Been a lot of fun the last week on the Hocket server right now, flying the Mi-24. Nice, man! That is one hell of an aircraft to use on this server in particular, because they are not placed in the greatest of locations. It takes ages to fly anywhere in the Mi-24 on the Hocket server. And you got throttle awareness. Yes, you also have throttle awareness, though I have mitigated that kind of awareness factor by developing techniques to help me out. So for example, I can hold throttle up to go full throttle, and then I know if I hit throttle down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, I'll be down to mill power, at least in the Hornet. So I have numbers in mind that I know that 8 clicks down from max is mill power, 10 clicks up from idle is about the right speed for carrier landing, things like that. So while it's still not as great as a proper throttle, you can get around it. It's really not that bad. We'll continue to increase in altitude. In fact, let's add a couple more degrees to that climb ladder, that pitch ladder. About 5 degrees. And we're 90-something miles away, so we've got some time. I was contemplating using a 3D connection space mouse, interesting, for flight gaming, but trying to map the controls isn't... Yeah, I could imagine, because I imagine it's not exactly supported by most remapping software, right? You might have the best shot using joystick gremlin or something like that. Is there a way to assign the throttle control to the right joystick? Yes, there is, but it's not ideal because it is a spring-loaded joystick. So if you set it so that up on the joystick is throttle up and down on the joystick is throttle down, every time you let go of the joystick, it's going to be 50% throttle. You have to hold it forward for max throttle. You have to hold it back for 0 throttle, because if you ever let it go, it goes to 50% throttle. Unless you use remapping software to make it a relative axis instead. In which case, yeah, you could do it, but I don't know how to do that and which remapping software allows it. I imagine something like Joystick Gremlin or ReWASD would be able to do that. But DCS by default, that is not possible. Is there a way to tell you what your control with your gamepad looks as smooth as any? It's because I've had practice, so it's for the people who are newcomers to DCS looking to play with a gamepad. It is not going to be that easy. I've had practice, but you too can have practice. So if you put in enough time, patience, and practice, you will be able to get as good as me, if not better, at this game. And you too can make air-to-air refueling look that easy. Is there... Oh. Or is the throttle increments able to give enough accuracy? The throttle increments I find... Well, I mean, it depends on the aircraft, the airframe, the module, if you will. Because some modules, their throttle increments with however many milliseconds you hold down the throttle button, it varies. So, for example, the collective on the Apache is super slow. Like, every click of a button is like 1% of torque, which I'm pretty sure was by design. And then the F-18 is very nice. It has a very, very fine amount of throttle control with every button press. But a module like the Harrier, that throttle just goes BAM! With like a single press of the button. So it's it depends on the module. You will have to get used to each one and how they each behave. Let me set this to barometric hold. So it will vary, and you will have to practice for each one. Right now, there's an A10 that has turned the 4-on-1. Wow, that A10 did that much work? Holy crap, dude. That is awesome. Good work, A10. You land on dirt roads and rearm refuel at FARPs with a Hornet. Test on Syria, just keep it out. Yeah, for sure. I was actually just doing that yesterday on the Forias server. I was landing at the road bases and rearming and refueling. I did that a couple times. It was pretty nice. Oh. Actually, before I forget, let me set up my JDAMs. Clear. Weapon designate. Oh, wow. We already see the target area. At least the smoke from it. Huh. Okay. Well, let's keep an eye out just in case. Let's set Laser Ranger. TO, use fuse, instant. Yeah, we don't have to worry about those guys right now. Mission. They are not ready yet, but I'm sure they will be by the time we get there, so that's fine. Okay, cool. So strangely, this is set up for scene, but it's not holding the scene position, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But either way, like it's in INR mode without actually being in it, so that's kind of strange. Maybe because I'm looking so far away, I have to be a lot closer for it to stabilize. Yeah, I have to be closer. That's fine. That's fine. That's moving. So that's just a tiny bit too far. I see. Interesting. Okay, we'll just wait a little bit before we look for targets. We can't see them anyways. We have to wait till we hit 43 miles anyways. Let's continue on with the chat. Right now, we saw that. You landed dirt roads. I think he's out of missiles though, so he's just hoping for maneuver kills. Oh no. Okay, well, I mean, I can't, if he's in the mix with someone, I can't just fire off AIM-120s in his direction. We're gonna have to get pretty close and personal with anything out there. So I'm hoping is, if I do need to assist, I'll drop off my bombs and then start doing some dogfighting, if I really need to. Okay, let's see who this legend is out there. Hunter 2-1, Dorado. Tusk 4-1, your name will be remembered. Of course, I'm gonna forget that the moment I stop the stream. Let's see what you're doing. Oh yeah, he's facing off with MiG-21s. No. Okay. All right. I got it. God. Well, we have gas for it, so let's step on the gas. We'll get our targets of opportunity set. Don't care about those. Pretty sure those are far away. But we're stepping on the gas. We're close to seeing the targets. So we'll drop off the bombs, and then once they're dropped, we'll tangle with these MiG-21s. Hang in there, Husk. Oh my god, dude. He is... he's being stalked. I'm so sorry. I can't fire an AIM-120 in his direction because I might hit the A-10 instead of the MiG-21s. Okay. We're seeing targets. Seeing targets. That's one, I'm pretty sure. So let's target this guy. That's one. Step. Can't tell if that's a airfield asset or something else. Pretty sure that's another, so that's two. And then step. Okay, so we've got those set up. We've got at least two, and then in the process, let's go ahead and find a third for a third JDAM. That's a building. Pretty sure this is a third one, so we'll leave that there. We'll wait till we drop. Oh man, we are going to die, I'm pretty sure. I am a horrible dogfighter. Almost there, almost there. Also, is that thing dead? Can't tell. Well, I guess we'll find out in a second. We're in range. We're going to wait a few seconds to give it the highest chance of success. Alright. Drop, drop. That's two off. And then we'll target this guy directly, and then that's three off. Switch to air mode. Alright, let's see if we can assist this A-10. Where are these guys? Unknown? Long lockup. Oh, just disappeared. I don't see him. $20 miles. I'm gonna have to drop altitude because I can't see anything. Let's drop down.
Roger that. Security forces are loaded, pushing to target warehouse.
Oh, spike came up.
Altitude. Altitude.
Come on. I see a speck in the sky. I can't tell what that is. We will not fire until we know for sure that is an enemy. That is an A-10. That's the A-10. Where is the MiG-21? There he is. There he is. Box 2. Splash. There you go, buddy. No, you're getting fired on, though. Get out of there. Good kill. There it is. Alright, A10, go do some work. I am going to return to the boat. Oh shit, actually. Oh poop, actually. I think I can use one more AIM-120, or my remaining AIM-120 for this MiG-29 that's out here. So let me see if I can assist a little bit further. This guy here. Where is he at? 29? Rockwell scan. I am absolutely horrible at BVR in this thing. I know that much. Here we go. Come on, give me my track. Horse. Box 3. And we are simply going to turn away and leave. As easy as that.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh, and he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. Is that him? Alright, well, hopefully that dealt with him. Yeah, so whenever I use it in auto mode, I find that the antenna refuses to like cooperate with me, so I've been trying to use manual mode. But yeah, you are right. That is something I need to figure out how to use properly. Also, I don't think I killed that MiG-29. It's gonna be really stupid if I turn back in. But that A-10 is not going to fare any better than us. Okay, here we go.
Altitude. Altitude.
He just fired a missile at the A-10. Dang it. Come on. A-10 survive. Behind a mountain, that's fine. That'll give me more time. Box 2, and we're in a dogfight. There we go. I have no more missiles. You have to use guns. What's our fuel state like? 3.5, that is not great. Damn! No! I even have any more flares? I don't see any flares. Ah, rip. Oh well. We did our best. Tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Alright, let's go ahead and respawn. And of course we respawn on the cat, which should be a bug. Or which is a bug, I should say. Spectators. Unit type F-18. How long are we streaming for? An hour and a half? We could do one more mission. Let's see how Tusk is doing out there. Shouldn't be having a good time. And yet, he's having a grand time. Where's that MiG-29? In fact, I'm looking at the web GCI and I don't see it anywhere on the airfield. Or anywhere near the airfield. Where'd it go? Did he take it down? Ah, that's crazy. This A-10 is doing some work if so. Jesus. Dorado? Hunter 2-1? I mean, I don't think I shot it down just because I ran out of missiles, so there's nothing for me to like lob at it during my death throw. Okay, well, anyways, let's pack up with something else. In the meantime, well, first let's start up. Get that out of the way. Turn down our RWR. Lights, because I like to have them on, even if it's not dark. Right throttle on. Lights off, because we're on the carrier. Radar standby. And canopy shut. Alrighty. I will catch back up with chats once everything is started up and we're waiting for stuff. Left engine start.
Flight controls.
E-dubs. Set to HUD. Stores. Set this to CV and stored heading. Left engine on. Okay. Yep, I get it, I get it. Skid on just for now. We're going to turn that off before we launch. Go to HMD, line. At the very least, we supported the A-10, so we can do the finishing work on that airfield. Okay, everything is aligned. Okay. Engine started, APU off. Waiting for alignment now, so while we do that... Actually, before we do that, let's get our weapons loaded up. 9X. 9X. Thinking we can go... Actually, in fact... Is there a strike target we can hit in the meantime? Other... Get missions strike? Oh, there's plenty. Okay, we could do that. Let's do that. We'll hit the comms array, because we never really get a chance to do that very often. So we'll do times 4 GB38s times 2 GB31s with the penetrator bombs, because that'll be used for the comms array. And then AIM-120 for defense, fuel tank for travel, and pod to target.
Request refueling.
We are aligned, so IFA. Get rid of the map because that's annoying. And now let's go to data. Go to steer point 7, waypoint 7, and start entering our target point. Target area, which is going to be November Bravo Delta. North. 44, 45, 04. 44, 45, 04. Enter east. 42, 26, 12. 42, 26, 12. Enter.
Rearming complete.
Elevation in feet. Dude, Hunter 2-1 is still out there. That is nuts. Let's, go ahead and see where the strike mission is at. Strike. Where are you? Strike. Where is it? EWR. Those are 2 SAMs. Ender Siege. Popular Demand. Oh, it's all the way up here. Okay, we got it. What is the altitude? 991. Elevation, 991. Okay, so that'll be our next target. HSI. And I'm pretty sure there's another strike out there, so we can hit that guy too, if this ends up having nothing to actually hit by the time we get there. Alrighty, cool. Is that Chinook about to get lit up? Good question. If... Oh, you know what? I do see this thing here over this particular... Oh, this is a strike as well. What is that? Come on, work with me here. Current mission, strike. That is a power plant. So hopefully that's not a big issue for this Chinook. But I get a feeling probably will be. Because there is a lot of buildings still left in that location. And there's at least 8 ground forces there as well. So we might actually switch over to that. I don't think we'll get there in time, but at least we can do something about it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Alright. So we've already got our waypoint set, FCS reset, and then wait for that to finish. I don't think you have to wait for it to finish before you choose the takeoff trim button, but I like to just in case. Press and hold. Trim is now set. Ground crew, wheel chocks removed.
Remove the wheel chocks.
High gain on nose wheel steering.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Parking brake off. And let's get out of here. It is strangely dark for having a clear sky day. There we go. And stop. Go ahead and spread our wings and fly. Launch bar down, flaps up. And I think we're pretty much set. We just need to wait for them to do their thing. Oh, right. Radar alt. One thing I want to do today before we sign off is get a successful carrier landing after a successful mission. So once we hit the strike target, that's it. We're going to fly back to the carrier and do a carrier landing. Because that's all I really want to do today, but I decided to take on that MiG-29 to help out the A-10. Launch bar up. What GPU am I using? I'm using a 4090 Founders Edition. Full throttle. Down to mill. Ground crew salute. Let's get out of here. Punch it. Clearing turn, gear up, flaps up. Lights on just for now. Keep it at the 10-degree mark. Punch it to full throttle and then back to about half afterburner. Try to maintain the 10-degree climb while our speed changes in the climb. Let's go master arm now. Lights off now. Radar on. Clear set. Turn that fully on when we get close to the target area. Autopilot based on waypoints and couple. Okay, cool. And that should do it. Let's also turn on our IFF, turn on our TACAN. There we go, 73, enter. 73, is it 71? 71 enter? There we go, 71. ILS on, that should just be channel 1. Data link on, data link on. Okay, we're good to go. And set that to max range, see what's out there. That is not what I meant to do. There we go. And just select these guys. Oh, right. Let's get these guys figured out. So pre-plan to TOO. E-fuse set to delay, because these are the big boys. And set them, their release type to man. GB38s, set these to TOO as well. Set these guys to instant, and then release man as well. Okay, I think we are all configured now. We just need to wait to hit the target area again. 205 miles away. Alright. Here's a good look at our plane. We've got times 4 GB38s, times 2 GB31s with penetrator configurations. Concrete piercers, whatever you want to call them. And that should be good enough for the strike target, assuming it's still alive. Looks like it is. Although, there does seem to be a Strike Eagle and a F-18. Let's see what this F-18 has. He's loaded for cap. Wow! He's pulling all the AOA. Every single AOA is being pulled right now. He's flying level. And look at that AOA. Jesus, what is it at? 20-degree AOA. Meanwhile, we're at 3? Pretty sure this is degrees of AOA? Anyways. Okay, I can tell part of the problem with TWS. Yep, I read that. Can't let that A-10 die. He's killed 5 aircraft so far while not even jettisoning. Absolutely, dude. In fact, I think he just landed. Dude, this guy is an absolute legend. This dude, Dorado. Let your name be known. Was it Husk 2-1? Yeah, Husk 2-1 Dorado. You are an absolute legend, sir. Jesus. This guy right here. Let's get rid of that and just give a good look at this guy. This dude is an absolute legend. Damn. And he's restocking, I'm sure. I can't tell if he shut down because I have my external sounds turned off, but he's taken a lot of damage. Wingtip is broken off. He's got bullet holes in his engine and his fuselage. Oh my god. This guy is an absolute legend. Oh, we're at 35,000 feet. Jesus. Okay, let's step on the gas. Let's dump our center line because that's empty now. Autopilot coupled and barometric hold. And we'll try to maintain 0.8 Mach or so, somewhere around there. That should be good. Okay, and we are well on our way to our strike target. So once we hit our strike target and kill a few more things, we will turn around, RTB, and land back at the boat. And that will be a fairly long stream with that alone. But we got a lot done today. 1 death, did some air-to-air refueling, took out a couple fighters, well, 1 fighter. We tried to take out another, but ended up getting Fox 2 down our throat, unfortunately, because I do believe I ran out of flares. Tried looking at if I was dumping flares or not from an external view. I apparently was not. Step on the gas a little bit because we're dropping below 0.8 Mach. One more time. One more time. There we go. Alrighty, let's catch up with chat. I suspect there's a hill near the airfield that's a certified... Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Hell 5 is getting out of there.
Flight. Radar on.
Oh my god. What was that? Turn that volume down, Jesus. Oh, in fact, what is the radio for my carrier? Air track 1275. And then this guy can literally be anything. I'll just set it to that. My dog is upset at the neighbors for opening their garage. How dare they? Yep. How dare they open their garage? Did you say you turned external sounds off? How do you do that? Oh, it's pretty easy. If you go to Escape, go to Options, go to Audio, and external, like, world sounds. So if you're in F2 view, F11, you know, just anywhere that's not inside the aircraft, the audio that is played will be determined by this slider. However, if, for example, you have, like, for example, your cockpit open, so let's say the cockpit canopy is open, and you want to reduce those external sounds, that is the in-cockpit volume setting. So even though, like, let's say there's a jet outside with its engine roaring, when you're in F2 view, this will control the sound of the engine. But if you're in a cockpit, and the canopy's open, for example, this will control the sound of that other plane's engine. So that's how you can view those two settings. And then helmet is things like RWRs, radio volume. It's like a master volume setting for stuff that would be played through a headset that's in your helmet. So this is generally what I have my settings at. I turn world volume all the way down to like 15 or 10 if I really don't want it. Then in cockpit, I usually set to 30. But 1 click down. Going a little fast, but not too bad. Dude, these carriers, I just realized, are way north. Way north. I think they used to be down here. Pretty sure I took off from this direction before. I appreciate not blowing my... Yep, that's exactly why I do that. Because the only time I ever... Well, to be fair, I use external view for you guys a lot, like when I'm doing this and showing external shots to make it more interesting. But usually when I'm just playing to have fun, I typically don't go into external view and enjoy the ear-deafening sounds of plane engine sounds. But the only time I do is usually when I get shot down, and by that time I have no choice but to hear it. So it's good to to lower the world volume settings in the event that you die and have no control over just how bad your eardrums are going to get blasted. All right, so we've got someone at 160 miles. Excuse you. There we go. 160 miles. Looks like that might be over where that A-10 is. I'm pretty sure that green dot is the A-10, and those are two enemies right over him. But I need to double check that. What is this? Is that a... Oh, that is someone flying a Huey. Getting some logistic work done? I'll be pretty cool. Yo, this A-10. Is he repaired? I can't tell what he's doing. Is he talking on chat or something? Hunter, can you oh, he's waiting. He can't rearm refuel there because there's no, it's not actually ours until we have friendly forces there to capture it. It's still red. Oh, there's still enemy units there. Oh my god, I just... Okay. Okay. Slight change of plan. We're gonna try to take out the remaining enemy units at that airfield. So let's go to data, waypoint 8. Oh, no. Autopilot. We'll wait for that to recenter. Get steady. I'm going to turn off coupled mode. A smidge northwest of it. Okay, cool. I will see if I can work on those to give that A-10 a chance to rearm refuel, because he's been waiting there. That man deserves a chance to rearm, refuel, and repair. North. Let's do this. So northwest, so in this direction. So we're going to drop a point here, 441457. 441457. Enter. 430349, 430349, 43... Oh, whoops. East 430349, 430349, enter 1023, enter. Alright, that's going to be steer point 8, HSI, take us there. Autopilot, take us there. We're going to use our GB38s on those remaining units that are in that direction. In fact, let's, that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was taken out by the units that are at this particular strike target. Which is kind of unfortunate. This guy needs to get in some work, though, hopefully. He's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 AMRAMs. 2 AIM-9Xs. Hopefully you get some work done. We've got our JDAMs selected. They are good to go. Same thing with the bigger JDAMs. These are set to delay. These are set to instant. That's fine. Okay. Were you near our AWACS or something? I think we're nearby our friendly magic somewhere. Unless I'm looking at the wrong Hornet. No, we are. He's right behind us. E3. Oh, he's not contrailing though, that's why. Okay. We've got this Huey coming in. Whoa! He's coming in from where? Did he come in from FARP Delta? Is that what's happening? Because Hueys can spawn from right here. Or maybe they can't because Min Vody isn't ours yet, so that spawn is prevented. Interesting. Got a F-15 R2Bing because he's completely Winchester. Got this Hornet. He's already fired. See where that AIM-120 is going. Looks like it's tracking something. Should be a MiG-21, I think. Oh, and looks like it stopped tracking something. Maybe it's a frogfoot? It could be a frogfoot, actually. Oh yeah, you can see it right between... I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right between the tail fins of the AIM-120. Oh, there it is, there it is. Trying to keep it in view. You got it, you got it! Hit it! Yeah! Hell yeah! Knocked him out. Good work. Good work, Hornet. What's your name? Good work, Nightmare 2-3, otherwise known as Janik. Nice job. That'll give me more time to try to engage stuff that's out here. Did you mark these points? ZU-23, ZU-23. Okay, got it. So it's on the north side of the airfield, closer to the west end of the runway. I can do that. Blue has Mozdok. What's Mozdok? Isn't that over here? No, Mozdok. Oh, nice. So the Huey flew from Mozdok? Dude. This guy is a champ as well. Like, there's a lot of hard workers on the server right now. That is crazy. That is strangely stable, though. Like, almost unnaturally stable. I wonder if he's using autopilot. Like, that horizon is not moving at all. Yeah. I'm calling shenanigans on that one. Looks like this Chinook is moving to Fort Bravo to capture that. So some helicopters will be able to spawn there. Got another F-18 loaded for cap up in the north. Got this guy down in the south, Nightmare 2-3 Janik. Oh my god, this guy is taking on 1, 2, 3, 4 different flankers. Then a 5th MiG-29 and a couple more Su-25s in the distance. Let's see if he can get some work done. He's also being supported by a F-15C. Oh wow, actually it's a Charlie variant. So hopefully both of them together will be able to knock out these flankers. That was a pretty far shot. But it's also like in low Earth orbit with how high up it is.
Overlord 11434. Request bogey dope.
You guys see a curvature of the Earth? I see it. You see this nice little curve here. Oh, there it is. Oh, he just launched. Hopefully that missile continues to track. Diving down on its target. Hopefully it hits. I don't see the aircraft. Oh, I see it. Looks like he's conning. And he's not tracking anymore. I can't tell. Can't tell. I think it lost target. Yeah, it lost track. Unless it's going for something else, but I'm pretty sure it lost track. Yeah, well. Rip. Oh, is that a second AIM-120? No, that's the same one. What is... Yep, that's the same one. What about this? Oh my god, I can't click the right one. This guy is also lost target. Wow. 2 AIM-120s were trashed. Looks like he's extending at idle. A little concerning. Oh, because the enemy flankers are over Nalchik right now, and that's where some air defenses are at as well. Yeah, so that's understandable. You don't want to try to encroach on that airspace. 2 more AIM-120s out. Are you Winchester? Nope, you have 2 more. as well as 2 AIM-9s and triple bags. Oh, they're AIM-120Bs. Not that that should matter. Looks like there's a Fox something out. I just saw the other AIM-120 fly off in that direction somewhere. Looks like it's tracking something. I just can't see the target for whatever reason. Pulling up, diving down. Where is the target? What is happening here? What? Oh, there it is. The other AIM-120 missed and just barely misses. Oh my god. Damn. Oh well. There's that F-15E Winchester RT-Bing. The Chinook is about to land. That should set up ground forces over at Fort Bravo. Is this a PvP or PvE server? Commandos. This is a PvE server. It is a very popular server called Georgia War by the Hoggett guys. It does require a password to get in, but the password is very easy to find. You just go to the subreddit for Hoggett, and it is listed in the info bar, or info panel, whatever you want to call it, on the subreddit.
Report rejoin.
We've arrived at the target warehouse, setting up security.
Yep, and now we've captured Fort Bravo. So we should be able to spawn there now with some helicopters if we really wanted to. This F-18 is turning back in. Still not very fast. There we go. Oh my god. He is very, very close range with this enemy fighter. Hopefully they're able to trade at least, but we'll see. Missile out. You can see this enemy fighter here just launched on someone else, or he launched on this Hornet, but it just went off in some other direction. Good splash, man. Holy crap. Very nice. Good kill. That's a flanker down. Looks like another flanker is chasing this F-15C, but we have a F-16. Oh, what is going on? Why? There we go. But we have this F-16 at 50,000 feet. My god. He's up in space. Okay, we're getting close to our target area, 64 miles. We should have eyes on, but not necessarily seeing targets just yet. Let's go ahead and weapon designate. I'll flip us out for a little bit, but that's okay. IR. And let's weapon designate again, just to make sure it snaps to the right position. Why does that look weird? Yeah, there's the airfield, so our targets are somewhere on this side, closer to this road. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we get closer. We need at least 10 more miles, if not more. Got to go, guys. Great stream. Good chats. Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had fun. 4 helipads available. Lands in... yeah, for sure. It's just part of the scripting of the AI helicopter to capture the airfield. No biggie. Alright, we're going to be using our GB38s. Pretty sure that's already set, so let's just keep an eye on this. And let's keep an eye out for those 2 remaining ZU-23s. Is that actually going to hit something? Nope, definitely not. This Huey is still on the way. My god. I'm actually going to get there before he does. I wonder if he made a pit stop at the FARP here. Maybe that's why. Okay, anyways. We're at 48 miles, or 49 miles. Dropping 48. And at some point we're going to see 2 ZU-23s along this road somewhere. We'll keep an eye out. I'm pretty sure they're going to pop in at about 44 or 45 miles. And once they do, oh man. They are ours for the taking. There's 44. Come on, and pop in. Oh. And pop in. There we go. Stuff is popping in. I think that's one. That is actually kind of hard to see. Can't tell if that's like statics or is that like actual units popping in or not. That honestly looks like a bridge. Where are these targets? You know what, let's switch to TV mode and maybe they'll stand out better like this. Turn down the contrast, I guess. Do that, turn up the brightness. Up the contrast. Pretty far away. I don't know about you guys, but I can't see anything. Oh, never mind. I see one. Wow, that is almost impossible to see. But yeah, I see this guy right here. Oh my god. Okay, well, we have one targeted. Let's step, and let's find the other. I think it's further to the west. Dude, how can I make these guys stand out better? Here we go. And the other. My god, that is so hard to spot. Okay. Either way, we've got him. Let's roll in. Let's continue on this direction and we'll drop once we're in range. Yeah, so even if I switch to IR, like, you can barely make it out. It's literally right here, and you cannot see it. And then in TV mode, you can kind of see the turret at the top and center of the circle, so it's a little bit easier in normal, like, TV mode. Yeah, that is nuts how difficult that is to see. But we got them both, so it's fine. So we'll drop ×2. We'll switch over to the previous strike target we meant to target, and we'll knock out the comms array with both penetrator bombs. And then we'll RTB. We're at 7.9 pounds of fuel. Not too bad. Yeah, for sure. I mean, but at the very least, at least the Strike Eagle has the air-to-ground radar, so it can get radar reflections. Although I don't know how well stuff that small stands out. I doubt it's very visible at all. Course correct just a tiny bit to the left. We'll wait till we're about halfway into the cone. Technically, we're in range already, but I want to wait. And this looks pretty good, so give you guys an external view. Drop. Whoops. It'll probably help if I'm in air-to-ground mode. Drop and drop. Okay, cool. And just in time, turn away. I completely assumed that we would not get fired on by enemy cap because we have cap in the area. But I guess that was the wrong assumption. But at least we got those 2 drops off. Luckily, I'm pretty sure we're far enough away that they won't be an issue.
Ready for contact.
Yeah, they're probably going to leave us alone now. Okay, so let's switch back over to that target. Switch to our penetrators. See if we still need to do something about this, and yes we do. And we'll drop both off here. So, there, mission, step, and mission. There we go. Okay, both are set up. And then while we're retreating, we will drop these two off on this target. Unfortunately, I don't know if these are actually going to kill. In fact, let's do that. That's ×1. And that's ×2. Hopefully that was enough. Yep, looks like it was. Perfect. We're still at 30,000 feet, so not bad. There's another strike target out here that I really want to hit, but I only have GB-38s left, so it's not going to do much. We're in zone. I'm going to wait for a little bit longer, just because give it the best chance of actually hitting the target. And paveway, paveway. Now air to ground mode, switch over to air to air. I do kind of want to try to take this guy on. At 30 miles, I could just fire off the AIM-120 really quick. Let's do it. TWS auto. Just face this general direction. And box 3. And turn away. See you, sucker. I still have 2 more GB-38s. Forgot about that. Let's see if this AIM-120 hits anything. Come on, buddy. Looks like you're tracking something. But it could... Oh, hey, speaking of strike target. I don't believe it's actually tracking anything. Sucks. Oh, it is! Is it tracking something? It snapped a little bit. Of course not. Yeah, of course not. Oh well. That's fine. That wasn't our objective anyways. Our objective is to return home. Although, I am tempted to try it anyways. But if we do and we die, then we're just gonna call it quits for the night. You need to stop locking stuff. I am tempted. I am tempted. Nah, it's fine, it's fine. I won't. We will simply RTB, because that's the smart thing to do, right? Pretty sure he's not going to chase me anymore. Let's switch over to TACAN. Autopilot. Coupled mode, and we'll simply fly back towards the carrier. Although we don't have a lot of fuel. Oh, in fact, what are we targeting? TACAN 71. Okay, yeah, we're going to the carrier. Could try to refuel on the way out, but oh man, that's not a lot of fuel to work with. We're gonna have to be super efficient.
Transporting security forces to the target location.
Let's go ahead and climb a bit. Maybe up to 40,000 feet.
Roger that. Transporting security forces to the target location.
I'm the F-14 heading to me. Need Overwatch. Yeah, if you could cover my egress, that'll be great. There's currently a MiG-31 out over at Min Vody that might be tangling with an A-10 that's trying to spawn there. So it'll be good to have your support over at that airfield. So just keep heading east-southeast slightly, and you should be able to find some targets. Alright, we're at 0.8 Mach. That's pretty good. Autopilot coupled, and that, and let's just drop our remaining munitions. Okay, and we're on the way home. Pretty sure we'll have enough fuel, but we might only get like one chance to land. But you know, that's good enough. All right. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will catch up with the comments now, because this is going to be a long flight back. Why does the modifiers when using a gamepad not work randomly? I am not sure, because I never have that issue myself. So you'll have to give me a little more description than that of what the issue might be. Because I personally don't have issues with modifiers working when they should. Oof. That would have helped to knock that MiG-31 out if it happened to be in the area. So like we've got this SU-25T trying to spawn. We've got this A-18C trying to spawn. And Dorado, though. That dude was putting in some work. It looks like this is now officially blue, so that's good. Ooh, and that strike target we hit is officially dead. Because there's only one strike target left up here, and the one that we were targeting is no longer on the field, so that means we did in fact complete it. That's good. Shell, MPRS tanker. We might actually need that. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's see what our good buddy Wolf11 is doing. See, you're loaded up with times 4 or 5. Had 6 AIM 54s. Now down to 5. Get coupled mode back on because I bumped it. Okay. Looks like we've got a Chinook heading from Farp Delta over to Beslan to try and capture it, which will mean the end of the mission, of the overall mission. So once this guy captures Beslan, that will be it. However, Nalchik is not captured, and I can't remember if it's game over if Beslan is taken, or if it's game over when all related airfields are taken. So if we have Sukhumi, Gudada, Sochi, Beslan, and Nalchik, and Mozdok, and Min Vody. So these two are the remaining airfields. And I can't remember if Beslan is considered the HQ, and if so, if that's taken, then, you know, just game over because that's the HQ, or if we need all airfields taken. So that would be both Nalchik and Beslan, since those are the remaining. We've also got Tepnox in a Mi-24, south-southeast of me. So south-southeast, Mi-24... Wait, south-southeast. I was going west. Here we go. Ah, there you are, Tepnox. Oh, gear's out, but that's okay. Oh, right, because you're landed. Nice. Look at you. Let's get a dynamic shot here. Got grass in the foreground. Got your cargo bay door open. Come on. Too much grass. Too much grass. Still too much. There we go. Look at that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's fine. There we go. There goes Tepnox. Gonna put in some work on some targets nearby. Let's get a shot from underneath slightly. Like that. And I do believe you're about to hit some targets, like right here. It's on the other side of that hill. So we'll stick to this and see how it goes. In fact, let me make sure we're still good. We're at 4.6, 0.9 Mach, so let's reduce that by a couple clicks. Probably 3 clicks, just to make ourselves a little more fuel efficient. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Gears out. Are you planning on landing? Oh, do you have troops in the Mi-24? Is that what's happening here? So if you land with some, like, boots on the ground that have, like, RPGs and stuff, would they take out the SAM site? Ooh, you can actually see one. Oh, that's scary, dude. You are, as I would say, tempting fate, but there's a little unit right above your rotor there. But in theory... Oh my god. This is gonna be kind of nuts. Hopefully this is a good play. Look at that hover control right there. Yep, I do believe he's dropping kids off at school. I've realized that wireless control has been replaced by the Xbox 360. I have 2 Xbox 360 which I don't... Oh, I see. So there might be a confliction going on between the two 360 devices. So that could be what's going wrong there. Ooh, that is scary, that kind of landing. Drop the kids off. See them do some work. There they are! Let's see if they do it. This will be pretty cool. Yeah, DCS cares deeply about which physical USB port. Yes. So if you have 2 360 devices and both of them are sending inputs, then yeah, that would explain your issues. Oh, they're JTAG troops. Okay, so they don't have RPGs or anything, but they will spot ground targets for you. But just so you know, they're right on the other side of that hill, so you should be able to do some work already. .4, not too bad. 0.8 Mach, also not bad. Let's click up by 1. Okay. Alright, do the work. Make it happen. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, that was a little bit of a miss, but that's okay. I think it's because you're so close that Petrovich doesn't have time to keep him on target. Oh, there we go. Good kill. Next one. I honestly cannot see what you're shooting at there. Looks like a missile just went out. Oh my god. Sam launched to your left, but he's not targeting you. He's targeting a friendly aircraft. So if you knock out that launcher, you'll be able to save an aircraft. There you go. Murder him. Do it. Good kill, man. There we go. There's an igloo there too, so be careful. Yep, he's popping flares just in case. In fact, I think that's Petrovich doing that. That's a good sign. At least he's spotting out IR SAMs. How are we doing on fuel? 4.3, not bad. We'll continue on. In fact, let's give a tiny bit more gas. Let's see how Wolf is doing. 40,000 feet. Fired off at least 2 more Phoenixes. We have a friendly UH-1H trying to capture Nalchik. That Chinook doesn't appear to have captured Beslan, so it looks like it got knocked out. Oh yeah, there's plenty of fighters over Beslan right now, and that Huey is going to need some help. Ooh, getting some rockets off. Very cool. Did that manage to hit him? It hit around him. Oh, is that where, Oh, nice. It's a tracking radar, or a search radar. Tracking radar? One of the two. Nice work. Damn, dude. Great job. Alright, let's see what this F-14 is doing. Have we got another Phoenix out? Whoa, going to space! Look at that. ×2. Hopefully they'll be able to track their target. Because we've got ×2 flankers slash fulcrums out in that direction that are stalking this Huey. So hopefully these Phoenixes can make them think twice about that. What do switches do? What do you mean by switches? Oh, you mean modifier switches. So modifier switches are toggles. So while the modifier is on the left column, you have to press and you have to press and hold those to use them. Switches allow you to just tap it, and then it will continue using that in a modified state. So you don't have to keep holding it down. I personally do not like using switches because I can never keep track of whether it's on or off, and I'd rather be accurate with my presses instead of pressing it and then realizing, oh crap, I meant to throttle up, but it gave me speed brake instead. So I'd rather hold it instead of toggle it. Let's see how the Hind's doing. Still putting in some work. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, missile out. Whoa, that... Oh, it did smack him. Ah, no way. I didn't see it explode, but it looked like it collided with the wing and then just popped it off. That's funny. So you did take damage, but I didn't see an explosion. It looked like it just collided with the wing and then just ripped it off with the sheer kinetic force. It's okay, he's still flying. That's all that matters. He's still got a working gun, and he's still got stuff on the left side of the aircraft. All good. Totally combat ready still. And how are we doing? We're about 66 miles away, 4.0 on the fuel, which is pretty good still. Not bad. F-14, how are you doing? You have one Phoenix left. Looks like both fulcrums are still alive. They are over at Nalchik, which is just off your right wing. You can actually see it about, I don't know, like 20, 30 degrees down. But I don't know how far down those fulcrums are. But it looks like they knocked out the Huey, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, if I had to guess, they probably smacked him out in that direction. On your 3 o'clock. Oh yeah, you can even see the fireball there. Just off the airfield. Ah, no! But you don't want to get too close to that airfield because there's air defenses out there, I'm sure. So, oh! I just saw a missile go out. What is this? AIM-120 or AIM-54. Looks like it's going up for maybe a couple frogfoots, maybe another flanker. But you're gonna have to be super careful. I would say just go straight to Min Vody. Rearm, refuel, get some good weapons on your plane again, and then go back out. Don't be a hero. You've done all you could. And you also have a friendly F-18 on the way, loaded for cap. So you should be okay. Alright, Tepnox, what are you up to? Are you RTB? Yeah, looks like you're RTB. Yeah, I think you've earned that RTB. It's all good, man. You did plenty of damage. You've earned it. Good work. And of course, I bumped that again. Okay. Let's go ahead and call in our ATC. EVN 71. Inbound.
Marshall 014. Marking Mops 073450. Angels 39.5. State 4.0.
BRC 156.
Scattered clouds at 3008. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 156. Report see me at 10.
One 156. All right, 156. That is going directly right to left. Let's go ahead and fence out. Lights on. Radar standby. Clear. Standby and off. Okay. We're at 40 miles. So still a ways, but I'll have to start paying attention pretty soon. In fact, let's set this up for landing. Let's put on the HUD. Actually, let's turn off our HUD there, and then put the HUD here. Okay, cool. So we're no longer getting RWR signatures on our HUD, so that it's decluttered. We got our HUD as a backup here, just in case this turns off for whatever reason, not that it will. Set our radar to standby, and let's set this all the way down to 10. So that's ready to go. Alrighty, cool. Let's see what you guys are up to. Good call, Wolfwoon 1. Go ahead and land at Min Vody. Rearm, refuel, go up again. That should be the smart play. Yeah, you can actually see it right above your canopy at your 10 o'clock? 11 o'clock? Eh, 10 o'clock. It is crazy how much punishment the Hind can take. That is nuts. The server is Georgia at War. So it's the Hoggett Georgia at War server, otherwise known as GA. And there is a password for it. The password you can find on the subreddits, reddit.com/r/Hoggit, Hoggit. And the password is found in the right-hand info panel. Alright, we're at 26 miles. Let's go ahead and start descending. We're at 3.6 fuel state, which is fine. That's plenty. I can't see the carrier yet. For all I know, it's probably behind this. Oh, never mind. There it is. So we'll just say, see you at 26.
014.
23. You at 23.
Update state switched out.
014. State 3.8.
Alright, boys. This will be the last task of the night. We will attempt a Case 1 landing. Probably won't get a 3-wire, but at least we'll get back on the boat. Fingers crossed. It sucks that there are so little Mi-24 slots. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Lots of flying with Mi-24, and it sucks double if you get shot down, for sure. I mean, at the very least, the Mi-24 has a nifty little, like, heading hold system, so you can kind of go hands-off as long as you get it pointed in the right direction first. But yeah, it's literally hours of flying, and then, bam, just like that, you get shot down, and you have to do that all over again. It sucks. First time multiplayer. Nice, man. Good to hear it. Now, I don't know the whole process for recovering at a carrier. I know there's a hold pattern at like 2,000 feet that follows the same track as the Case 1 pattern. Then I know there's certain procedures you have to go through. You have to set up your HUD a certain way and blah, 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 blah. I really don't know all of them. I just know the really simple numbers, and then I eyeball it by the time I reach like the 90. So I definitely don't have these procedures committed to memory. I have not practiced them properly. But I should be able to get back to the boat. In fact, let's drop the hook now. Fuel state 3.5. By the time we get to the groove, it'll probably be 3.1, 3.0. Let's turn off our lights. Actually, no, let's turn them on, and then we'll turn it off once we land. I think that's procedure. Either way, let's get lined up. We'll just go straight down to 800 feet.
Overhead Angels 6.5. State 3.7.
0.7.
014. Tower, roger.
Altitude.
156.
Altitude.
Louis Charlie.
Yep, still 156. That's good.
014.
So, on overhead of the carrier, you'll be 800 feet with the carrier passing under your left wing. You'll go 350 knots as well. Hook down. Sorry, I totally stumbled on that. So you'll pass on the right hand of the carrier, enough so that it flows under your left wing. You'll be flying 350 knots at 800 feet. We'll extend 1 mile past the carrier. Once we extend 1 mile, we will brake left into the 180. Get dirtied up with our gear down, flaps down, and all that at 250 knots. And then descend down to 600 feet. There we go, 156-ish. Speed up a bit. And then flows under the left wing. Very good. 350 knots. And climbing 1 mile. Throttle back. Air brake out. Level turn. I should be pulling 3Gs following the speed of the knots, or the knots number that is currently dropping. So if it's 250 knots, I should be at 2.5G, but apparently all of that is actually incorrect in DCS currently because of the flight model. We will trim up while we continue to the 180. There's the 180. Level out. Let's cage. Trim for on speed. Continue descending. Okay, we're 1.1 mile from the boat. There's the round down, so let's go ahead and start turning. Gonna have to descend a bit faster than normal because we're above 600 feet. There's the boat. And there's the ball.
0.4. Hornet ball. 3.4.
Roger ball. You're lined up left.
I know.
You're drifting left. Right for lineup. A little right for lineup.
Is there a crosswind? Oh my god. There is a crosswind. That's okay, we landed anyways. And a 3-wire! Holy crap! Dude, no freaking way. We got the 3-wire despite the crosswind. Ah, that feels nice. That definitely feels nice. Not bad at all. We'll take it. Let's go to external view so we can see where we're driving. And then barely turn on the dime. Check our main, make sure that's clearing, that's okay. And get turned around like this. And there we have it. We successfully RTB'd. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go and engage our parking brake. Open our canopy. And because I don't know the shutdown procedure, I'm going to left windows and end. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that stream. Man, sorry, my hands are actually kind of shaking because that was kind of stressful. I haven't done that in a while. And I managed to get 3-wire. That was pretty awesome. Let me catch up with chat. Let me make sure I didn't catch anything. Speed, super please. It really sucks. Yep. Okay, looks like I didn't miss too much. Can I fly the F-14? I can, however... That is going to be it for the stream today because I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now, and normally I only stream for about 2 hours, so it's like 30 plus over my normal stream time. But I will consider it next time. But yes, I can fly the F-14. I in fact have a layout for it and everything. But anyways guys, thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like, please leave a subscribe, whatever it is YouTube is asking you to do nowadays. And, oh, I totally missed that shot. And tune in next time for some more DCS World live streams. Take care, guys. Thank you for stopping by, and have a wonderful Sunday.